Thanks for joining us for the March Garden Live. Here with Phil down at Jep's Cross store. Here to talk about what's going on with the change of seasons and what we've got going on this weekend as well. We've got a big sale on at the Stratco stores this weekend. We've got Handymade Garden Sheds, 20% off. Great time to get one as a bargain. Outback patios, gable roof home sheds as well, 20% off. So if you are looking for a patio, gable roof home shed, now is the time. At our Jep's Cross store, we've also got a special on, spend $100 in store and get a lucky dip out of a range. So come in store, shop, spend a bit of money and get a free gift on your way out. Now, change of seasons, Phil. Autumn is here.
What a difference 4 weeks, mate. Like 4 weeks ago, we were suffering through 40 degrees. We were cursing life in the garden centre, spending hours upon hours watering the plants and stuff like that. But, here we are. We've had rain during the week. It's fined up for today, 27 degrees.
Lovely.
So it looks like the perfect weekend and a long weekend here in South Australia. So perfect weekend to get out into the garden. And like you say, so we've moved into autumn and it really feels like the autumn weather's here now.
It's come quickly.
Yeah, it's certainly changed. I mean, we kind of were thinking that it was going to be an Indian summer, warm weather all the way through, but the signs early at least have, the rains have been sort of a thankful break in the weather that we've had, and the gardens certainly needed that bit of a break. But yeah, everyone's sort of embraced autumn. Last weekend was great for the garden centres, and I'd say the same for this weekend. Yeah. Certainly the early signs today have been pretty good.
Absolutely, absolutely. Trying to stay out of the way of the traffic here, so we're in a little corner today. So look, Phil, my garden's looking a bit bare after the summer. Not a lot of colour out there, not a lot happening. What am I doing to get ready for autumn? Am I planting, am I not?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, sort of while we've still got warmth in the air and warmth in the soil, it's the perfect time to set up for winter colour. The thought, we talk winter colour, but really the secret to it is good prep work in autumn. Getting things like your pansies, your violas, cineraras, all of those cold weather loving plants in while it's warm, getting them to put some size on so that they're a good size for flowering in winter.
Yeah, lovely.
So in terms of preparation, obviously there'll be things like vincas and petunias still doing what they do. There's probably still a couple of weeks left in terms of petunia life, but with a long weekend and nice weather, it's borderline just get out there, rip them out and start fresh. So that's what I'd be doing. That's certainly my intentions for the weekend. Get out, clean up any old potted colour, turn a bit of new compost through, get the fertilisers into the ground, and off you go for autumn and winter.
Yeah, lovely. Is now a good time for those who like their veggie patches to get in and get some work done, or?
Absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, spring and summer vegetables were just horrific this year. I mean, every time it looked like there was a positive shift in weather and that you could have a crack at things like your tomatoes and your chilies, the weather just changed, and reports from everyone was about how poor their seasons had been. So anyone watching that feels the same way, you're not alone. Like everyone was like it. So with that in mind, virtually all of the summer vegetables have finished. We've really pushed now into autumn and winter, so plenty of spinach and broccolis and cabbages, collies. So the shelves at all of our stores should be pretty full for the weekend.
Yeah, lovely.
So yeah, like you say, is it a good time? It's a great time to be planting your winter veggie patch for sure.
Perfect. Well, looking around here at Jep's Cross, mate, you've got a lot going on, a lot of flowers, a lot of plants. It's probably as fullest I've seen in a while.
Yeah, for me, autumn is probably the most exciting season from a buying perspective, and really, we try and sort of share that with the customers that come through. I mean, most of what you'll see here is really good size, and obviously, pricing doesn't change through the season depending on the size of the plants. And what we find, I mean, you can see with some of these guys here, that with people being shy to buy in the summer because of heat and certain things like that, the plants are simply at a nursery growing.
Sure.
So if they're not moving and that, they're just putting size on. So really, autumn to me represents value for money. Like the plants that you'll get will be of good sizes. You know, the season, you know, there's warmth in it. We've probably got sort of 9 or 10 weeks where there's plenty of time to be planting. So it's, you know, to me, it's probably more exciting than spring, really. I know spring represents coming out of the cold months and everyone's happy to see the sunshine, but from a purely green life perspective, you know, you'd be crazy if you wanted to establish something like hedge or something like that to come in and get something of good size for sure.
You're an autumn man then.
You would see me, yeah, absolutely. Autumn would be my favourite season for sure.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. And flowering bulbs. Apparently it's a good time, I've been told.
Yeah, so, I mean, we've seen the first lot of bulbs come in for the season. I guess you've always got to be thinking seasons ahead for bulbs. So what you'll find coming through will be sort of late winter, spring flowering bulbs. So we've seen, what have we seen? Daffodils, jonquils. I think we've seen the beginnings of tulips. So it's very early still. But yeah, I mean, I guess the signs are there. Last year, everything was reasonably late coming through, just due to whatever reasons with suppliers. But everything seems to be on plan and on target for this year.
Yeah, perfect. If anyone out there is like me, lawn's looking a bit lackluster after the end of summer.
Yeah.
What are we doing now to get ready, prepare, repair it?
Yeah,
I guess at the end of the day?
I'm massive into this. Is a great time for lawns. You can't be doing thatching or anything like that at the moment, but in terms of repair work, I mean, same deal. You know, warm soil, some rain. You know, the season is perfect. So for me, I guess the first thing I'd be recommending, and it may sound a little bit out of kilter, but I'd be putting a wetting agent on my lawn to take advantage of all these early rains.
Yep.
We have had some heat, and for those people that are finding that the water's still sort of beating off the surface because of all that heat, now would be the time to try and get that water back into the ground. So, you know, there's plenty of wetting agents sort of on the shelf that people can use, but for me, it always stands out that the sea salt one that's sea salt plus a wetting agent would be the way I would go, simply because you're doing two jobs in one, save time. So it's going to help the root systems of the lawn. It's going to help the water get in. It's a great basis for lawn repair. And I'd still be thinking about giving it a cheeky feed as well. You know, once again, plenty of fertilisers on the market. But I'd probably be looking for something a little faster acting for this time of the year, because you know, the window is getting shorter. I mean, you know, you get up in the mornings, it's dark and stuff.
Yeah,
so you know that, you know, we're heading towards the cold weather, and you just want to make sure that, you know, whatever that you're putting on to sort of repair things is going to sort of work within the next sort of 4 to 6 weeks.
Yep.
So you know, something like a Brunnings Green Up would be a good one to use. Any of the liquid fertilisers would be good as well.
Yeah, perfect. We've got a couple of products in front of us now that went out in our email to our customers. Ego Power Tools. We got the Ego blower here and the Ego line trimmer were in that email.
Yep.
Do you like the Ego range, the battery tools?
Yeah. Look, we've had Ego now for quite some time, and our customers love it. I think they're a great product. I mean, very strong. It's a premium product, I guess we should mention. So it's sort of medium to high end, but I guess what you're paying for is reliability, reputation. So you get all of that with Ego. They're blowers. I mean, we have an Ego blower that we use for the garden centre. You know, it's got plenty of accessories that, you know, make it sort of easy to use, quick charging, variable speeds. So that's our go-to for the blower. The line trimmer that you touched on, which is just out of shot, but I can see it, is there. Once again, it's probably unique to Ego. It's a lightweight, self-feeding line trimmer.
Nice.
Plenty of technology involved in Ego. So certainly it's an area that we would sort of definitely recommend to customers to have a look at for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about what you got in front of you here?
So same thing, out of the EDM, I guess some of the products that you would see in the EDM. So when you're doing your weeding, which it's time to be thinking about weeds, you'd need a green bin. So we've got the green bins on sale. So let me see, I've got a cheat sheet over here. So they were $69, they're now $59. So that would be for my weeds. We've got the compost bins on sale as well. So, weeds in the bin, but everything else, leaf cuttings and things like that, leaf litter that you're going to start seeing in autumn. You can start your compost bins. Compost bins, I think, are $59 for the compost bins. And the garden cart, I think, sort of those people that have got larger gardens, need to move stuff around, tools, putting their rubbish in, whatever it is. These carts are fantastic. I've got a friend that bought one to take fishing, so so it's just not for gardens. Now, what are they priced at? They're $129 at the moment, and aside from the hardware side of things, I couldn't bring in the Japanese box or the Agapanthus, but these are a couple of indoors that we've got on sale. So for a limited time, because we don't have very many in any of the stores, we've got the Happy Plant. It's in the EDM for $75, but for this weekend, for Saturday only, it's going out at $69.
Yeah, nice.
So we've got that. Next to it, we've got the Spath. I don't know about what people would think Spaths would be worth. I mean, these things, and we've got plenty of them, $35. I mean, for me, like a 10-inch pot of a Spath of that size, $35.
Oh, bargain.
Seems like a steal.
Yeah,
so,
she's beautiful.
So all stores should have plenty of stock of that. Plus, I mean, we've got the special on for today, and I guess for the garden centres, you'll find, what is it? We've got up to 30% off selected plants. And I know I put a list together for the stores. So each store is going to have a slightly different range of those plants, but definitely worth getting in and having a look and checking out what we've got on sale. The teams at all stores have been pretty hard at work this week, trying to stock up for the long weekend. So plenty of colour, plenty of stock, plenty of selection around. Should be a good weekend to get in and have a look.
Oh, absolutely. Touching on the sale, I mean, there's a couple of items we got on special that just for today, so you want to be quick, don't miss out, because some of these specials are great. Brunnings garden bed products, potting mixers and stuff, buy any 4 for $20. So perfect time to get some bulbs or your veggie garden going. Now's the time with that special. Garden starters plants, only $2.79, starting from there. Botanic babies, 75mm plants, 3 for $10. Another bargain. We got them going. You touched
plenty of stock on that. I mean, we got topped up just yesterday. So Jep's Cross, plenty of stock on the Botanic babies. So,
yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
You touched on the Happy Plant, $69. Terracotta garden pots, 30% off. So plenty of potting going on. Now's the time. Jada pots, 2 for $27.99. I mean, I could go on all day with all these specials, to be honest. So it's a buzz here. You can't see it, but we're sort of tucked away at the moment. But it's definitely a day to come down. And look, I could spend hundreds. So all you've got to do is spend 100 and you can go and get a lucky dip from the staff at the front. So now is the time, guys. And like we said at the start, 20% off Handymate sheds, 20% off Gable Roof Home sheds, 20% off our back patios. So come see the team down at the design counters here. They can help you design up your next project. You can do it yourself or get it done for you. So why not come and get a bargain? So thank you for joining me, Phil, and thanks for having me first time.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done, mate.
Cheers. All right, guys, we'll see you next month.
Yep.